Welcome to Thursdays in the Kitchen with UT Extension. Starring Family Consumer Science Agent Shelby Boyer of Trousdale County, Michaela Pedigo of Macon County, and Kate Tippett of Sumner County. Now sit back and enjoy as we see what's cooking in the kitchen.
Hey everyone, it's Shelby Boyer here, and welcome back to Thursdays in the Kitchen with UT Extension. We are so excited to bring this program to you today, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of the best comfort foods around. Mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese, and I know that you all do too. During this quarantine time, I've noticed a lot that on the shelves that all of those boxed mac and cheeses, such as your Velveeta shells and mac and different things along those lines, or even just the Velveeta cheese and macaroni noodles are going because that's a popular dish to make at home. So today I'm going to show you how to make a healthier version of mac and cheese with chicken and vegetables, so that way you can have a one-pot meal in minutes. Literally, it's not going to take long at all. So let's get started. The ingredients that you're going to need today for your vegetable mac and cheese. I have got a half a box of rotini dried pasta over there. You can use any type that you like, such as bow tie, regular elbow macaroni, whatever you prefer. But I have rotini just because I like it and it holds the cheese sauce better. Then I've also got a bag of Pick Sweet Farm steamable broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. Then you can use any vegetables that you want to use. If you just want to add broccoli, or if you want to switch it up and maybe add some green beans and stuff in there, you can. But I really like the broccoli and cauliflower in there, and it's really, really good and holds up well with your pasta. Also, I've got chicken that I have seasoned and boiled. I boiled it in seasoned water, and I've shredded it, and I have actually shredded up 2 chicken breasts here. You can use whatever kinds of chicken you want. You can use canned chicken, anything along those lines. This literally is up to you. Also there, I have got a half a block of Velveeta cheese cut up in cubes. That way it helps melt a little bit easier when you add it into your pasta and you're not stirring it as long. And also I've got about 2 cups of milk over there in my measuring cup. It's like that, just gives or take depending on how thick or how thin you want your cheese sauce. Got my water here at a rolling boil, and once it gets to this point, you want to add in a lot of salt, almost as if you're like swimming in the ocean. So our little rotinis are in the ocean right now. And some oil, just so that our pasta doesn't stick to each other. I put in about a tablespoon, and so now I'm just going to add in our pasta, and I'm going to give our pasta just a little swoosh in here and get that to cooking. This is going to cook probably for about 8 to 10 minutes or until al dente. And then the last couple minutes that I'm going to leave my pasta in the water, I'm going to add in my vegetables. Pasta has been cooking now for probably about 9 to 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my bag of vegetables. You can see all the good vegetables in there. Literally, you want to add this in there for maybe a minute, and then you're going to take it straight to drain. So I'm going to pour these in there. And you're going to stir this around just a little bit. And you see you got all your good vegetables in there with your pasta. It looks so good. Alright. So I'm going to leave that in there probably for about a minute, because these are just steamables. And then as soon as they get done steaming, I'm going to take this over to drain. My pasta and my vegetables back in the pot, and now I'm going to add in my chicken. I'm going to stir that all around. And you got a good ratio here of chicken to pasta to vegetables. So, alrighty. Now, since all of this is in the pot, I'm going to add in my cheese. Sure you got all the cheese off there. And I'm going to add in my milk. Alright. Now I'm going to stir this around. We're going to let this cheese melt. You see that all of my cheese has melted, and we have our awesome one-pot dinner. Our healthier version of mac and cheese. And it's creamy, it's beautiful, and there's so many good vegetables in here and chicken. Okay, so I've got my bowl of mac and cheese. I'm super excited here. I've got some broccoli, some carrots, some cauliflower pieces, chicken, rotini, all here in one bite. Let's see how this is. I don't want to burn my tongue though. Okay, here we go. So good, so good. You're gonna love this recipe. All right, but don't go anywhere because right after this, Michaela Pettigo is going to be coming to you live, all kinds of nutrition facts with everything related in this bowl. Oh, this is so good. I'm just going to be sitting here eating my mac and cheese listening to her instead.
Thank you, Shelby, for showing us how to make a healthier version of macaroni and cheese. Now I'm going to cover the importance of consuming dairy products. Dairy products provide health benefits, such as improved bone health. Foods in the dairy group, such as milk, yogurt, and cheese, contain nutrients that are vital for health and maintenance of our bodies. These nutrients include calcium, potassium, vitamin D, and protein. Calcium is used for building bones and teeth and maintaining bone mass. Dairy products are the primary source of calcium in American diets. Diets that provide the dietary recommendations for dairy can improve bone mass, which is especially important to bone health during childhood and adolescence to potentially reduce the risk of developing osteoporosis. The dietary guidelines for Americans recommend that 2 to 3-year-olds need 2 cups of dairy per day. 4 to 8-year-olds need 2.5 cups of dairy per day. And 9-year-olds and older, so all the way through older adults, need 3 cups of dairy per day. Or 1% milk and other low or non-fat dairy products, such as this non-fat yogurt, are recommended for consumption on a regular basis. On the other hand, choosing foods from the dairy group that are high in saturated fats can have health implications. Diets high in saturated fat tend to increase LDL cholesterol in the blood, known as the bad cholesterol, also as low-density lipoprotein cholesterol. So we encourage you to limit your consumption of high saturated fat foods, including dairy products made from whole milk, to decrease your risk of developing heart disease. Since our recipe this week was for a healthier version of macaroni and cheese, and that since cheese is a dairy product, let's talk about cheese. To reduce calories when eating cheese, you can grate or sprinkle the healthier cheese choices such as mozzarella, Parmesan, Swiss, and cheddar over your dish, or choose to eat smaller amounts of your favorite cheeses. There are also reduced fat options available. So keep this information in mind when choosing cheese and other dairy products. Next up is Kate covering food safety tips.
Thank you, Michaela, for those wonderful nutrition tips. I'm back again to talk about more food safety. So let's talk about dairy. Make sure that you keep your dairy products cold. Your refrigerator should be around 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And your freezer should be at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure that these dairy products are staying cold. That also means that you do not leave them out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. That's the 2-hour rule, so make sure anything that is perishable, which means it can spoil at room temperature, is not left out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Now let's get back to salmonella, which we talked about last week. This is definitely a harmful bacteria you do not want in your kitchen or in your digestive tract. So make sure that you are cooking your chicken properly, which means it's reaching an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit, which you will test with a food thermometer in the thickest part of the chicken. Also, a few other rules to follow. Please never wash your chicken. When you do, this is what an extension agent sees. So please, please never wash it. All we can see is all the bad bacteria spreading out over you and in your kitchen. Another thing is, please, again, do not keep chicken that you are thawing out at room temperature. You should be thawing that in the refrigerator, so plan ahead for that one. And then when you are storing your chicken after you have properly cooked it and you have leftovers, make sure that you are eating those leftovers within 3 to 4 days. I hope you can practice all of these tips we have given you today to have a delicious meal with your family. Until next time, bye-bye.